What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So, before I get into this video, I want to give a shout out to Ticket for telling like it is when it comes to Zion Williamson, man. All right. Um, I don't know why people are mad at what he said. It's the truth. All right. Um, in my opinion, Zion Williamson is doing all of this shit. I think he's doing it mainly as a passive aggressive way to protest playing for New Orleans Pelicans. He's not really into it. He doesn't really want to be there. I think he's getting bad advice from family members. He probably has nothing but a bunch of yes men and sycophants around him who cater to him all the time. Probably go get him, and like I said in Tickets on in the comments on his video, he's living in the wrong city for a guy that likes to eat. Just like Charles is in the wrong city. Philly, if you like, oh my goodness. And Zion is in even a worse city. New Orleans? Man, if you go to New Orleans, you don't see nothing but fat people. And let me say this too. This is not a knock on anybody that's big. I'm big. I'm big. It's not a knock on anybody that's big. But the thing is, Zion Williamson is an athlete. Okay? He gets paid to perform quite handily, by the way. He gets paid to perform at a high level. Imagine, I'm starting to understand. I'm starting to get the distinct understanding that a lot of people who listen to our videos, they've never played in athletics and they've never been on a team. I can tell that because of the way that you react to some of the stuff that we say. Imagine you're on a, let's just say for the sake of argument. I never played on a professional team, but imagine you're on a team in high school, right? And you busting your ass, right? You don't have the physical gifts that everybody else has, but you busting your ass. And you see one of your teammates, he never really puts in a lot of work. Uh, he's always overweight, much heavier than like, both of y'all start off at the same weight. You did all you could to get into shit. You lost a whole bunch of goddamn weight. And, he ain't really doing shit, right? But he's always complaining about shit. He's always complaining about how hard such and such is, how hard this is, how hard that is. But if you fucking put the fork down, maybe it'll be easier. So that's how I look at Zion, man. Like, and he's getting paid superstar money. Okay, yeah, I would feel a certain type of way if I was a teammate of his on New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not because of an injury per se as to why he's out. Yeah, technically it's because of an injury. Yeah, technically. But the real reason is because he's fucking fat. That's a fact. Something that's easily correctable. And believe you me, I can empathize. I hated motherfuckers, man. I hate motherfuckers that could eat a whole goddamn pepperoni pizza and not gain a fucking pound. All they do is eat. The goddamn skinny motherfucker that eat all goddamn day, like fucking Ed Norton off the honeymooners and shit. Just eat all fucking times. And you stay 180. You stay 185. Like, what the fuck, man? Meanwhile, motherfucker like me, I walk past the motherfucking bakery. I just walk past that motherfucker and I smell a French apple pie. I gain a pound and a half. Like, what the fuck, man? How is this possible? How? But that's the way the cookie crumbles, you know? Pun intended. Some people's genetics are fucked up. Some people, easily lose weight, and oftentimes they easily gain weight. So Zion Williamson, I could look at him. When he was drafted, I could look at his body, and I could tell from watching athletes that have been drafted before him that look like him. I said, this guy's going to have a weight problem because he's already overweight. The guy was walking knock-kneed. Come on, man. People don't walk like that unless they're overweight. Zion Williamson probably should be, and I'm just guessing from how his appearance is. Zion probably should be, he's what, 6'6", 6'7"? He's a big guy, but he should probably be like 250, 255. He should probably be somewhere in that range. I guarantee you this guy would be Sean Kemp scary if he was that weight. Because he's a little bit denser than Sean Kemp was, who's 6'10". But I'm telling you, man, dude would be awesome if he was about 250 something. 284 was too much for him. 310? Mm-mm. He's going to eat himself out of the NBA, man. I'm not going to feel sorry for him when he on an interview 5 years from now talking about, oh, I just want a second chance. Man, fuck you, nigga. I've seen it time and time again with players, man. It's not that we hate him. I just see it. I can see it in him. But the only thing that's sad about it, he's not even going to really get a chance to even have much of a career. I seen it with Ben Baker, who not only liked to eat, but also had an alcohol problem. Sean Kemp, let me tell you something. Sean Kemp may be the saddest case because of the decline, the steep decline. Like, Sean Kemp was, in some ways, on top of the basketball world in 1996. His team went to the finals. Overall, Sean Kemp performed magnificently in the finals. You often wonder as a Sonics fan if George Karl had just decided to put Gary Payton on Jordan from the get-go instead of saving him on the offensive end, maybe that series goes differently. As a Bulls fan, I say hell no, but that's a distinct possibility. But then Sean Kemp started, the decline started in 97. Sean Kemp was supposed to get his big payout, but the Sonics give all this fucking money to a guy named Jim McIlvaine, who was only known for blocking shots with the then New Jersey Nets, I believe. He goes on to be a huge bust. Sean Kemp, then all of a sudden he was done with the Sonics. He wanted to be traded. Then Sean Kemp blew a contract with what was it, Reebok? Just signed a contract with Reebok. Then goes on the radio and talk about how much he loved Nikes as a kid. That was stupid on his part. They terminated his contract. He gets traded to Cleveland. I started noticing that he was putting on weight when he played with Cleveland. I looked at his listed weight, 280. And I said, wait a minute. Sean Kemp will be 256. I said, he's put on 24 pounds. Something going on with Sean Kemp. Then the lockout happened, and then that was it. He came into training camp 320 pounds, and that was it. Issues with, food, alcohol, and cocaine. Now, he's all right now, I guess. Probably got 37 goddamn kids, but he's all right now. I've just seen it. Antoine Walker. Antoine Walker played with Kentucky. I think his first year was 97, 98. When Antoine Walker came out of Kentucky, a lot of people don't remember this. He was 225. He was 225. From my memories, he actually played defense his first year or two. He played defense. Not saying he was elite, but he played defense, and he scored more in the post than he did later on. Then after the lockout, man, he was about 250, 265 the rest of his career, and all he wanted to do was jack up threes and shit. He would fit in today's era, but all he did was want to jack up threes. But anyway, I say all of this because I've seen this before. Derek Coleman, we've seen this before. Guys who have all this potential, but you can look at them and see, okay, this guy has to stay disciplined or he's going to put on weight. Mark Jackson. Look, Mark Jackson comes from a genetic line where he puts on weight. He stayed in shape for his career. He stayed about 195, 200 pounds. Okay, because he knew that if he didn't, he wouldn't be in the league. His brother, Escalade, died from heart disease. Escalade, what, weighed 500 pounds? Played in the N1 league. There's numerous players you can look at them, man, and you can just tell from their frames that if they weren't disciplined, they would put on weight. Dennis Johnson's another one. He got huge after his career, and that ultimately killed him. Vinny Johnson, he's put on weight. He's very successful, from what I remember. Very successful financially. But you can look at Vinny Johnson and tell he's another guy that you can see when he retires, this guy going to blow up. But anyway, the point is, man, I don't know what Zion's intentions are, but this whole trend now where guys are doing all of this shit, man, not to honor contracts is bullshit, man. And it's not siding with the organization. It's just bullshit. Look, this is different from like when you are working at will for a company. You know, when you sign up for a company and you get hired, they say they have the right to fire you pretty much for any reason. Okay, well then you have the right to walk off that motherfucker for any reason. That's different. When you sign a contract, you're supposed to honor that motherfucker. Okay? They paying your ass. They're paying you. I look at it from both sides. If they weren't paying Zion, I'd be like, you know what? Sue these motherfuckers. If you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing, and they say, oh, well, we don't have the money. Oh, well, guess what? If you gonna find that motherfucker, I'm gonna take your ass to court. But when the organization paying you and you can't honor your contract because you want to fucking go to the Cheesecake Factory, oh hell no, 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 no. You got all these dudes. He got this one with the eating problem. Ben Simmons supposedly faking, back injuries and claiming that he has mental health issues. Uh, James Harden pulled the shit he pulled. You know what? I'm just getting tired of that shit, man. This the new thing now, where guys just, fake injuries or just coming out of shape so they can get out of their contract and go join a super team, and then you wonder why I root against that bullshit. You wonder why I root against super teams. Fuck them. Fuck these players, man. I keep trying to tell people, I have absolutely no emotional attachment to any of these fucking players. Some of them I like better than others. But I'm gonna tell you something. If Giannis was to start pulling that bullshit, I would turn on his ass in a heartbeat. I cannot stand any fucking player that acts like a fucking prima donna little piece of shit. And the New Orleans Pelicans need to really fucking demand that Zion Williamson comes in, takes care of himself better. Okay? I don't know what it is, these players, they think they're entitled, they're above the law, they're above all this shit. Motherfucker, all you got is one job, and that is to stay in shape and work on your craft. You can't even fucking do that!